Voilà, ça ce sont nos grilles. Nassau County. Please be seated. Well, it seems like I don't know if they're going to show you.
Bonjour, je suis Anne-Marie Bernadette, chargée de la communication au consulat général de la République d'Haïti à New York. J'ai l'honneur de présenter le consul général, Maître Peter Elder Bernard, qui va vous parler de la situation en Haïti et voir ce qu'on peut faire ensemble. Merci.
Thank you all. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for being here. It's always a pleasure to be in the presence of fellow countrymen and countrywomen. I thank Kimberly Jean-Pierre, Assemblywoman from Suffolk County, for being here. Thank you very much. And I also thank Mr. Joseph Martin, who you know, the community knows, he's a former candidate twice for a seat in the United States Congress, candidate for other positions as well, and a person who has contributed quite a bit to the well-being of this community. The purpose of our being here today is to reflect on the very serious situation by which our motherland, Haiti, has been besieged once more. We hope that from this conversation we can arrive at a plan of action to see how we can help alleviate somewhat the very difficult time in which our countrymen and women are now facing in Haiti. I'll address myself in English, for I presume that the majority of you are English speakers. Even though nous sommes ici bien sûr au consulat général de la République à New York, de la République d'Haïti à New York, donc la langue officielle de notre République, c'est le français, les langues officielles du français et le créole. Mais pour cette réunion, je vais continuer à m'adresser en anglais. Je pense que, vu la teneur de la situation, et vu que nous avons des élus, des Haïtiens américains, des élus, donc j'avais pensé que probablement que l'anglais serait la langue de mise pour aujourd'hui. Well, our country, our beloved Haiti, today calls upon us for decisive action. Haiti calls upon us to come to its aid and not to leave like we have done so many times to tomorrow, the responsibilities of today. Through our actions and through our determination in seeking a new path, we can actually come about with some meaningful solutions. It has always been a rule of mine to face difficulties at the time they arise and not to let them grow unchecked, unacknowledged, and to become even greater problems. Today, the time calls for our immediate attention and action. So the purpose of this meeting, like I said before, is to see how we can bring about some kind of assistance to Haiti. Now, I don't have the solutions. You know, we don't come at a time like this to make great speeches. That's not the purpose. But the purpose is to see how together we can arrive at a plan of action. Now, as far as from my speaking to the government, we know that we have about 350,000 people who are currently in need of help, in need of great, great help. So we want to see how we can mobilize all the resources at our disposal here and come to the help of Haiti once more. Our experience in the past has taught us that sometimes, even though we mean well, that it doesn't always go accordingly. And although our intentions are noble, sometimes the results are less than that. This time around, we must do it differently. So this is why I today called this meeting to see how, from the communion of our thoughts, we can arrive at proposed solutions. I don't hold the solutions. I don't believe that anybody here holds the solution. It is through the communions of our thoughts and efforts that we can certainly arrive at a solution to this crisis. Now, I am not going to hold the mic too long. Today is not my day. Today is our day. So as such, I will invite Assemblywoman Kimberly if she has any thoughts before we begin our discussion, so she can actually share those with us. Assemblywoman Kimberly Jean-Pierre.
So my parler anglais because okay? So I just want to say thank you for inviting me. This is such an urgency. I actually spoke to, can't say pronounce, Senator Fourcade. He's in Haiti, South Haiti. He's the senator of South Haiti. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
How do you pronounce his name? Senator Fourcade. Faucon. Okay, I spoke to him and his assistant, and as you mentioned, there are so many people who are in dire need in Haiti, and in Suffolk County, Haitians are all spread out. We're not like New York City where you can find a centralized area and you call it Little Haiti like there is in Brooklyn and Queens. So we've organized some efforts through my office and some Haitian groups, and I would like to see us, when we strategize, be collective, because we have a tendency to do little small pocket of things. But if we work together in numbers, it would be so much powerful. So that's why I'm here today. I traveled here to ensure that we can have a collective agreement that we're going to work together. Let's start with that, and that we can assess who are the organizations here in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut that is willing and open and willing to be part of this collective group. So I want us to see that we assess who are those groups, identify those groups. We have Mikhail in Nassau, I'm in Suffolk, so you have someone in every pocket area where we can assess and bring that to the table. So I would like to see a collective effort. And I spoke to Mikhail, she sent her regrets she couldn't be here today, but my office, Rodney Bouchard's office, Mikhail's office, we already started collecting items, so we will be working together as members of the Assembly, and I'm sure Clive will join with us. Thank you for having me.